No. I wonder why they called it Valentine. Almost perverse. Seems polar opposite of romantic.
Well, I don't know. Some lady I was speaking to in town told me about a curse.
A curse? Now, nothing's more romantic than a curse.
Got some provisions there, do you, Arthur? Lovers into stone, entire country turned into morons. Curses everywhere.
What's Valentine's curse?
Well, I didn't quite understand what the woman was saying. Kind of her being a bit of an idiot, but some about a massacre and a last surviving Indian cursing the county.
Well, if they massacred people, then they deserve to be cursed.
Of course. You believe in curses, Arthur?
No, I believe in bullets, and not too much else.
You soulless wretch.
But what was it? Was it just bad luck or bad weather or something else?
Something about an eagle or an owl. And a gravesite. I didn't really get it.
Well, I think it sounds very interesting.
Karen explains the Valentine Curse in different ways. The romantic examples that are provided to us are examples such as that of a prince turning into a toad. This is the most common story we all know all about, where a woman kisses a cursed toad, and the toad goes through a metamorphosis that turns him back into a prince. The kiss was a necessary action that needed to be taken in order to break the toad's curse or spell and turn him back to the prince he once was. Another example she explains is that of lovers turned into stone, which reminds me of the biblical story where angels visited Lot and his family to warn them about God's punishment raining down upon the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. The angels warned the family to flee the city before God burned it down to the ground. The angelic warning also told them to not look back as God unleashes wrath. As they fled, Lot's wife looked back, disobeying the angels' warning, and she instantly became a pillar of salt. This is shown in the Bible in Genesis chapter 19, verse 26. The chaotic ending scenario is almost identical to that of the Greek mythological story of Orpheus and Eurydice. Eurydice, Orpheus' wife, gets bit by a poisonous snake, which brings her demise. Orpheus travels to the underworld to beg Hades to let them both leave so they can return to the world of the living. After listening to Orpheus' lyre, both Hades and Persephone were moved by his music and agreed to the deal as long as they didn't look back as they escaped. Just as they were about to reach the exit, Orpheus was worried that Eurydice had fallen behind and made the mistake to look back. Eurydice was sent back to the underworld and Orpheus was damned to return without his lover. The anime Saint Seiya depicts the tragic story by mixing both stories together. As the lovers were escaping the underworld, Orpheus looks back at Eurydice and she instantly turns into a pillar of stone. This makes her not be able to move forward and locks her in the underworld.